All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, and we're out at the mine real quick to answer a question. But first, how's everybody doing? Great, glad to hear it. It is 85 degrees in Chicago. So what we were looking for, some uranium, because the question has to do with making uranium and fizzle. And this still isn't working. I can't get it to work. It's sending on channel 55. So why isn't this sending? Doesn't matter. So we will find some uranium here. What is that? Uranium. Very cool. Get that. Then we will find out why my mine is not working. This teleport tube is sending on 55. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think it has something to do with I'm not sure what it has to do with, but let's go back out here real quick. There's nothing in there. That should be sending. I don't know. I'm not going to deal with it. So that's how this whole day has been going. Windows, I tried doing I did a whole episode on Windows and looked over, and OBS is recording away and everything's recording away. And I know it's getting kind of tiring hearing about it, but there's another tube up here. There should be some way receiving on 55. So right now there should be, if that one is sending on 55 and this is receiving on 55, teleportation tube. I don't get it. So let me get a chest real quick. And does it need? It shouldn't need. So we're going to get a silver chest. That's what we had. And then teleport tube. So if I put this chest here and I put this teleport tube here and we wanted to send on channel 55, sending on 55, receive on 55, and we put this in here. Now it should go from here to here, or to, oh, you know what? I think, I need a blinky plant and an injector. All right. So that's what the problem was. All right. That's cool. So we are out here real quickly because stuff comes in and there was a blinky plant over here. Because it's, the quarry sends it to that tube. All right, I figured it out. Duh. So we're down here real quick. Now that we've wasted like 3 minutes. This is a secret squirrel room. Yes, it is. So I could put, here's how. I could put this up in here. And what'll happen is if I turn on the blinky plant, there we go. You're going to see, there it goes. Comes out. Now we turn that off real quick. And it's going to come back. So it's going to go through the sorting tube. And the magical sorting tube. It's going to come back. It's going to come back up here. And it's going to go right in the chest. So that's what the problem was. So in here I have fizzle 8. I don't know why. The 6 and 5. We have 35 uranium lumps. We're going to get rid of this because we don't need it. So now what we have to do is we have to take, where's the grinder? There's a grinder. We have to take our uranium lump, put it in the grinder. And in the grinder, it is going to create 0.7 fizzle uranium dust. And I did put a link to the uranium stuff in the question from the last episode. We're just going to grab 26. Okay, so that appears to create that. So then you take the dust and you go over to the centrifuge and you take the to put that in there. Now the centrifuge should turn on. It's active. So we have 0.7 fizzle. Now we have 0.6, but we have 0.8. All right, so we're going to let that go for a second here. And, diagonal flooring would look awful good in here, wouldn't it? So then, if we take, we have to get, I believe you have to get the 3.5. So the centrifuge is active. We are going to take that fizzle out. And then you have to re-centrifuge it. You have to re-centrifuge the 8. So this is why I play creative. Seriously. I'm not into survival for this. Because the only thing that you're going to use your uranium for is the nuclear reactor. That's about it. You know, while I'm here, let's grab a chainsaw. Well, we're going to grab a chainsaw because there's a battery box somewhere around here. I think. There it is, battery box. So we can take the chainsaw and put it in the battery box and it's going to charge. So remind me to grab that when we leave. So, yeah. Okay. So there's our fizzle. So now we have 15 fizzles. I don't think. So now this is, it's active. Huh. 0.7, 0.5. And this is 0.6. And these will not fit on top of each other, so I can't put it there. Nice. So there's a 7 fizzle. So now this is a 0.5. And you have to have so much, because I believe that 4, and I'm proven wrong again. So that 4 is turning into 0.8. Oh, cool. So you have to keep, fizzling. You have to keep putting it in the centrifuge. Let's see, is it active? Yes, it is. So now we should be getting, hopefully, 0.9. So you have to keep going and going and going and going until you get 3.5. And then once you get 3.5 fizzle, it sounds so, I'm sorry, that sounds ridiculous. It does. It sounds, so let's grab some 3.5 fizzle dust. There it is, 3.5. We have 99 3.5 fizzle dust because I'm impatient and I really don't want to wait. I don't have time to wait. So now we have to compress. Oh, we have to bake it. So we have to take this 3.5 fizzle and we have to put it in the furnace and we're going to get our ingots. So while that's doing that, let's check on the chainsaw real quick. Like, where's my chainsaw? There's the chainsaw and it's fully charged. Very cool. And we should have 24 ingots. So now we take that and we go into the compressor and we take our 3.5 ingots and we got our uranium fuel. There you have it. So another thing that you can do is if you have crafting, the crafting guide turned down, you can, click on your uranium and it's going to tell you that it's going to take 5 ingots at 3.5 fizzle. It's so stupid. I quit. I this is why I play creative and not survival. Yeah. So that's how you do that. And then you take your uranium rods and do whatever you want with them, I guess. Yeah. But that's how you do it. So you do need a grinder to grind said uranium lumps into fizzle dust. And then you centrifuge your fizzle dust, and you keep centrifuging your fizzle dust until it goes until it gets to 3.5%. Then you come over to the furnace and you bake said fizzle dust into ingots. And then your compressor, you put your ingots in your compressor. And so it'll be 69. There's that 64. There's another one. It takes 5 ingots to create that. So that is how you create fizzle. Got it? Cool. That is why I keep hitting the wrong key. That is why I play creative. You'll notice I'm lagging a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of active blocks going on here. So yeah, there is that. We are going to try to eliminate that because I am working on all my settings and everything. So let us find a tree to hang. Well, let's just go back. Let's see if this works. There's got to be something that's going to work today. Oh, crap. Well, you get to watch me fly. There. I accidentally hit the wrong key again. I kid you not, this is how this whole day is going. Just because we're going to go, just because of that, we're going to cut down this tree. So the chainsaw, as I didn't have, look at that. You want to see something funny? Let's go over here. This is kind of funny. We're going to turn that off. Now I have my keys positioned. Let's see what's behind me. We're going to play. This block is following me. Watch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it caught up to me. Boy, this is some Class A entertainment, isn't it? Look at that. We're just chopping. Give me the tree. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's all gone. And it just gives you, it just gives you that. So that's the chainsaw. You have to charge it. Yeah. So we got that working. I don't want to cut down these trees because I enjoy them too much. I planted all of them. But it will, and the one thing that you have to watch out for on the chainsaw is that when you use the chainsaw, if a tree is touching another tree, it will cut down that tree also. So if there's trees that you do not want to cut down, then you have to be very aware of what's going on. So we are going to go, here. And we're going to take a look at, so one of the reasons why I did the streets this way, to have this center island, is because I like this grassy part. And I kind of continued that, which I like, but not in every place. So I'm reevaluating my roads. So the park, I planted some birch trees. I like them. Whether or not I keep this row of trees here, because look at that view. You get this. This is yet to be determined, but I like these trees here. I would not be a good city planner because I incorporate parks and trees into all my builds. So there is that. We have these new buildings here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new buildings. The number 6. Yeah, if you get that, you're way too old. So we got a building down there. No, really? I couldn't see that. Now, what you missed in the first episode is I had this black ribbing, this dark gray ribbing. It went up all the way and it defined the building parts. These are kind of cool. It's growing on me. I wanted to use the older style glass panes and like the cottage glass panes over here. I should turn on. I did have it on. Nice. I did have that on. I think these are from cottages. No, these are from home decor. These quartered windows. And then these are also from home decor window plane. And I like that because you can tell they're clean, but you can tell there's glass there because it has a frosted effect. So we come over to this building first. This is cool. It's not very complex in design. Like this one is complex, but this is an older style. This has it's an older style. You'll see this in older cities or older parts of town. But this, I really like how I got that slot there using upside down stairs and corners. And you come in here. This is like a new old office building. So you come in here. We got some offices set up, a hallway, and we come up the staircase. And I carried it up all the way. We're going to go to the rooftop here because we need a way to get up to the rooftop. And you can see what I've been doing so far. So how is everybody doing out there? It is a very strange time right now. Yeah. It's very sad. The violence and everything that's going on right now. So, and everybody's tensions are very high. You have to be afraid of saying the wrong thing, or it's just strange. Never in my life have it has been this strange. So I like to put, like I said, as a city planner, we have tennis courts and pool over here. We have a nice little patio back way here. We got the landscapers outside using their blowers. I can't win. So these buildings across here, this one, I really like the colors. This one is standard baked clay. This one is one of my colors that I created in GIMP with some kind of detail noise in here. Each one of these will go all the way to the back. These can be divided. So you could have stores and office fronts in the back and in the front, or it can go all the way through, as you're going to see. And then on this next one, this is the staircase that leads up into the upper floors, which will also lead out the back where all the parking is. So I've fixed that issue, and I don't have a hallway on this one, but we come up here. Here's one apartment. This is a very large apartment. And then we also have unfinished floors. Look at that. Yeah. A little hallway here goes to the next unit, goes outside, and then goes to the other stairs in the front. So we has that. And it turned out pretty cool. I don't know if you could hear that. This guy is he's going to town on this weed whacker and blower like it's a Formula One car. And it's something else. But I am not re-recording this episode. I have to go to work. And this is the second time I've done it. So each side has a way to get to the front and the back from the park. These bottom rows are to depict storefronts. And I really like this one over here because it's going to be a restaurant. I think that'll look really cool when I get that filled in. And then this over here, this reminds me a lot of a nightclub. If I black out these windows here and just put something like that in here, you could almost get the sense, because of the colors being very dark. But it can be anything you want. It could be a local pub. Yeah. So one of my ideas is here to finish this, because there's black ribbing on each side of the door, but it made this too busy. So on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at taking, and this is where your skills, what you want to do for inspiration is if I take that And put that there because it's a lot it's a lot easier to to put something like that there. So I could do this to give it more definition, or I could do something like that to make it less pronounced, or just leave it. So I am looking at doing that, and I do have corner blocks that I can use to follow this theme all the way around and give it that little bit more definition. So I'm going to do that. So that takes care of that. Now on the back side here, so we have some parking lot lights. I really like the different lamp lighting. That's more lights mod. Yeah, more lights, light bar. And then you come back here and I'm going to put parking lot lines in. And it's plain back here, but that's okay. This is the back of the building. And these are going to depict apartments on the top here, or it could be an office, but it's going to be apartments. And then you have your shops on the first level here. This building over here, I like it. I'm thinking about taking the gray brick from the upper floors out and substituting that, because it was supposed to be the gray bricks on the bottom and then the upper bricks, everything going to change. So it's just a different combination of blast resistant concrete blocks here so I don't have connected textures, because that looks kind of, when it's flat like that, it looks kind of goofy. But when it's not, it looks good. And it has a real cool pattern and design to it. So I don't have anything in here yet. And then there's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to make a entranceway on the back here or two separate smaller doors, which might look cool also. But that leads into a problem. And this area back here. Now it's too short to put another road in. So if I have another street here, and then if I continue buildings down here and put a street over here to run parallel with this street, you have all this area here that's not accounted for, or it's too big. I could stuff some trees in here and give it like a park atmosphere. So that's one way of doing it. But I didn't, when I started creating this village, as you can see here, I am just so happy with how this area is turning out. I mean, everything fits. Everything is like accounted for. And what that means is, if you go into a modern city, I'm going to take a screenshot of the new buildings here. If you go into a modern city, especially in an older area where they just built and built and built and built, you're going to see that all these areas are all connected and there's no grass. It's either like an alleyway or something like that. A lot of alleyways behind the houses and the businesses. If you go downtown Chicago, you're going to see skyscrapers, and there would be 4 skyscrapers here, and then each back part, it would just be this dingy little kind of alley that connects them all. Well, I kind of like that idea, but I don't. So back here, we have room for 1 building, 2 buildings, 3, possibly 4. But even if I put 4 buildings here, this whole area is going to be open. So my solution is just to have gardens and patios and for each business or building, sort of like this one, and put vegetation here. I don't have no problem with that. So I watch other channels, Minecraft and Minetest, when they build a city, and they'll have this elaborate roadway set out. And I didn't do that in the beginning. So yeah, I can pick up and continue to do that like I did here. So I could theoretically, on the next part of the building or the next part of the city, have pre-planned roads and lots. But then that puts, what if I want to build a big monstrosity like this thing? So yeah, it's to each his own. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. So hopefully everybody stays safe. Right now, I have one neighbor calling the police on a landscaper because they called their little 6-year-old child or 7-year-old child a boy because the child was turning water on the outside of the building and left it on and ran away. Okay, that's what kids do. However, to sit there and the grandmother said, "No, it's a man." No, you're not a man when you're 7, 8 years old. There are people that are in their 30s that are still not men and women. So it is a very scary time right now. So just talking to somebody, everybody's getting, it's getting scary. It really is. It's to the point where I don't even want to talk to other people. Especially me, who I will say what's on my mind. I'm at the point right now going, yeah, just shut up. Don't say a word to anybody. Let everything kind of fall out and land where it is. So I truly hope that everybody comes out of this unscathed. And because when you're talking about just hurting somebody's feelings, that's just garbage. There's more pressing issues in the world today. We can't even take care of that. We can't even talk decently to our neighbors. So, yeah, go from there. So that's going to do it. My city is coming along. And somebody put in the comments, they said, yeah, it looks like lonely and sad. There's no people. Is it? This is the ideal city. I feel like Charlton Heston and Omega Man. There's nobody else here. It's my city. I can do whatever I want. I don't need police. I don't need fire, because there are none. I don't need jails and prisons and stuff like that other towns have, because there is no crime here. Everybody gets along. And there's no oppression, no censorship, no non-freedom of speech, no Twitter, no Facebook, nothing like that. So, yeah, it's my city, and I'm not lonely. So there. I have my cats. Where are my cats? Here, kitty. There's my cat. Talking to this cat is better than talking to some people. So there's that. So everybody have a great day. And just relax. Hopefully we will get back to some sort of normalcy. We will progress for the good of everybody and go from there. So thank you very much for watching. And until the next episode, there's my other kitty. Till the next episode, goodbye.